Hi, I am Valentina Palma, and today I'm going to talk about Queen Elizabeth I. During her reign, Queen Elizabeth I achieved several significant achievements that mark England's history. First of all, her reign saw a period of economic prosperity and stability in England. It was also a time of relative peace for the country. Elizabeth also established a stable and functional government during her reign, and she was able to maintain control over the country even in times of crisis. One of her most famous achievements happened in 1588 when Elizabeth I's navy defeated the Spanish Armada, which was one of the most powerful naval forces of the world at the time. Furthermore, Elizabeth I was a Protestant and established the Church of England as the country's official religion. This helped to bring stability to the country after years and years of religious problems. Elizabeth I also promoted the growth of the arts, literature, and exploration, which helped to promote English culture and influence around the world. Queen Elizabeth I faced many challenges during her reign, such as political and religious division, economic difficulties, and threats from other countries. One of her biggest challenges was dealing with the ongoing conflict between Catholics and Protestants in England. She also faced opposition from powerful nobles who wanted more power or more control over the government, as well as external threats from other countries like Spain. Queen Elizabeth I's reign was also marked by economic difficulties because England was still recovering from years of economic instability. Another major challenge she faced was succession. Elizabeth was the last of the Tudor monarchs and had no children, so this meant that there was no clear heir to the throne when she died, and this was a significant challenge for Elizabeth. Well, Elizabeth I's religious policies had a significant impact on England during her reign. These policies focused on establishing the Church of England as the country's official religion and creating a more tolerant society. She allowed Protestants to practice their religion freely, but on the other hand, Catholics were persecuted and many were forced to practice their religion in secret. This generated a deep religious divide in English society. But despite this, Elizabeth I was able to create a more tolerant society than had existed under Mary I. Speaking about Queen Elizabeth I's legacy in English history, I could say that she is considered one of the most important and influential monarchs of England. She is known for her intelligence, political skill, and ability to rule in a time of great challenges. She was a strong and charismatic leader who inspired loyalty and devotion. Her reign was marked by stability and cultural growth, which helped to shape the country's identity and culture. Her reign is often considered a golden age for England, and she is credited with helping to make England a major power in Europe. Finally, Queen Elizabeth I's reign was very different from those of the other Tudor monarchs, Henry VIII and Mary I. Henry VIII was a strong and determined ruler, but also ruthless. On the other hand, Mary I was a devout Catholic who persecuted Protestants during her reign. In contrast, we have Elizabeth I, that was a more moderate ruler because she was intelligent and capable. Her father, Henry VIII, is remembered for his dramatic break with the Catholic Church and numerous marriages. Mary I is remembered for her brutal persecution of Protestants. And finally, Elizabeth I's reign was marked by a more stable and tolerant approach to governments. Her reign was marked by peace, prosperity, and cultural achievements, and she is remembered as one of the greatest monarchs of England.